Hello and welcome all of you to my second session on REST Assured Test Automation Framework. In my first session, I discussed with you what are the prerequisites that you need to have in order to start this framework. So let me just recall the things that we discussed in our last session. So the first thing is you need to have Java installed in your machine. So if you are a beginner and you do not know how to do that, so I have a separate video in my channel, so you can refer that and install Java to your machine. And the next thing is you need to have an IDE. So there are plenty of IDEs nowadays like Eclipse, IntelliJ, Visual Studio Code. So you can choose one of these based on your preference. For my demonstration purposes, I'm using Eclipse. And the next thing is you should have Maven installed in your machine. But if you are using Eclipse, you don't have to separately install Maven because Eclipse have Maven inbuilt in it in very recent versions. But in case if you are like executing your test cases outside Eclipse, in a say for example in a terminal or a CMD, then it's better you have Maven installed in your machine as well. And the next thing is you need to have a testing framework. So in my case, I'm using TestNG. So I'll show you how to install the TestNG Maven dependency as well as the TestNG plugin for the test execution. So yes, let's get started with today's session. So today I'm going to show you from the very beginning. So since I'm focusing on people who are newly starting, right? So I'll show you how to start Eclipse and how to create your first Maven project in Eclipse and how to add the dependencies and how to configure the POM file from the very beginning, and then how to install the TestNG plugin in Eclipse. So yes, let's get started. Uh, Initially, so last day I think I showed you how to download Eclipse. So if you have downloaded the zip file, you have to unzip and extract everything to a folder like this. So if you open the folder, you see something like this, right? Eclipse.exe. So this is the application. So if you double click on this, you can open Eclipse, right? Or else you can start searching it and open Eclipse as well. So both the ways are fine. So it will take some time to start Eclipse. Yes, so since I have already started working in Eclipse. You can see all my projects that are there. And but if you are a new person who start Eclipse today, then you will see this welcome page, right? This is if you are newly starting Eclipse. So in your right hand side, you will see something called Workbench. So simply click on that, then you will get this Project Explorer section. So under this Project Explorer section, as the name suggests, you will see all the projects that you are currently working in, right? So if you are newly starting this, you don't see anything here. This should be empty. But in case if you don't see the Project Explorer by default, you can click on this search icon here and type Project Explorer. Then you have to click this and add this like this, right? So that's for the people who do not see Project Explorer by default. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to create your first Maven project. So for that you have to select this file new, and I'm going to select other. So here you can select the shortcut key as well, Control plus N, or else you can do this same as I show you. So in this wizard, first you have to type Maven, right? So one thing I want to say you is like in very all the versions of Eclipse, you don't have this Maven they don't have Maven inbuilt in it. So there you have to separately install Maven. But in very recent versions, you have Maven inbuilt. So you can simply select this and move forward. And in here, in the next window, you can check this checkbox. Here it says create a simple project, and the next one is use default workspace location. So since this is not my first time, I have already selected a workspace location, right? So if this is your first time, you have to select a workspace location, that is a particular folder in your file explorer. So in here, all the projects and everything that you do under this particular project will be saved in this workspace. So you can select a folder location and then click on next. In here, you have to give a group ID and an artifact ID. So it's fine if you give the same name for both IDs. So I'm giving rest, rest assured training demo. I'm going to copy this and give the same name for the artifact ID as well. Then you can click on this finish option, and you can see the project explorer tree got updated automatically. So this is the newly created project. So you can see all my projects are visible in this project explorer section. So sometimes you will find it distracting. So in such cases, you can only select the current working project. So for that, you have to go to this view menu, and here you see a drop down and select this one. Select working set. Now you are going to select the working set. Okay, create a new one. Java. Next, and then you have to give a name for that. um, Rest assured working set one. And then you can add the Maven project that you created just now, right? Rest assured training demo, and then click on this one. Then you can see it's getting moved to this section, and then click finish. And then I'm going to select the name of the working set here, and then select OK. Then you can see the project explorer is getting updated automatically. And if you open, like, expand this tree, you can see a POM file is available, right? So if you open this POM file, now I'm going to show you how to add the dependencies and how to configure the POM file correctly, right? So in here you have to simply enter, and now I'm going to add the dependencies tag. So at the second keystroke, you can see the suggestions, right? In case if you do not see these suggestions by default, you can press Ctrl plus space bar in your keyboard. Now I'm going to select this dependencies one, and I'm going to add the dependencies here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is to add the rest assured dependency. So for that I have to go to Maven Central Repository. So simply so in here, I'll select this first option, and this is the Maven Central Repository. Now I'm going to search Rest Assured here. So if you click enter, you will get couple of suggestions. So what you have to do is you have to select this one, io.rest assured. Just click on this, then you will be navigated to this page. So you can see there are plenty of versions of rest assured, so it's better if you select the latest version. So at the time of recording this video, the latest version is 5.3.0. So I'll click on this, and what you have to do is you have to copy this part starting from the dependency tag. Simply copy this and paste under this section in your POM file, right? And save it. And the next dependency that I want is testng. So same as earlier, you have to go to this one and just search testng. And here you have to select this first option, org.testng. Click on this, and here also you should select the latest version, though there exist couple of versions, right? So at the time of recording this video, the latest version is 7.7.1. So I'll click on this, and again you have to copy the dependency. So without the first line, right? Control C, and I'll paste it here. If you want to correct the indentations of the POM file, simply you have to select everything using Control A and simply press Control plus I in the keyboard to correct the indentations and save everything. And the next thing I'm going to do is to install the TestNG plugin. So just the TestNG Maven dependency is not enough to run the test cases. So you need to have the TestNG software plugin installed, right? So for that you have to go to this help option and go to install new software. And in here you have to give the URL. So that I'm going to go to the TestNG official site. Just type TestNG here and then go to the official TestNG site. And in here you can see the Eclipse is available. You click on this one and then go to this part, TestNG Eclipse. And then you will be directed to a GitHub page like this. So scroll down and in here you can see the latest release is available here, right? On online update site. So you have to do so what you have to do is you have to copy this one, copy this and paste in here, and then click on this add button, and then you have to give a name here. So I'll give testng, and then here also you have to give the URL. Then you have to click add button. Okay, then you can add testng by clicking on next and next. So in my case you can see that this next button is disabled because I have already installed testng. So once you install testng software, it's recommended for you guys to restart Eclipse, and then you can check whether testng is installed or not using this option already installed. So simply click on this, and in this window you have to search testng just to check whether it's installed or not. Yes, so it's there in my case under the installed software section. So yes, you can do that as well to like make sure testng is properly installed or not. Then I'll close this. So yes, those are the things that we have to do before starting the test implementation. So now everything is ready. Now you have created the Maven project properly. So the next thing that you have to do is start your first test case. So that's the exact thing that I'm going to show you in my next session. So hope this session was useful for you guys. So let's meet in my next session. So thank you.